Hey everyone, welcome to episode 7 of my gameplay reviews. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Aimless OG's gameplay. He sent me a really nice free-for-all Simplex gameplay. And Aimless has got some skills. He's pretty solid. And there's a lot you can learn from just watching his gameplay. But he sent it to me to try to help him pick out the things that he can do better. He contacted me via the comments on one of my YouTube videos, asking me to take a look. And he said he's from Austria, so I know playing Halo 4 with no way to specify your region, he's probably got to be struggling with connection in most games. So one of my goals going into this gameplay was to help him find ways to win that are not necessarily reliant on his connection. And I think I'll be able to point out some ways that I can help him. Luckily, the connection in this game stabilizes towards the end. It's a little wonky at first, but had this been a game with a worse connection, I think some of the things I'm going to show, they would still work. Which, if you're playing overseas, if you're watching this from the UK or Europe, even Australia, these are going to be some things that are super handy. So let's jump into the game here. Let's take a look. Alright. Okay, so we get to spawn bottom blue. Missed that jump. Got a guy above you in blue base. Looks like you're going for him. And finish with the melee. That's going to be a little risky because if he melees you back, if his reaction is a little bit faster, he's going to leave you no shield. Whereas if you had finished him with shots, that would leave you with more shield. Luckily, it worked out for you because he didn't get the melee off in time. But that's going to be risky against most people. In that situation, I would finish with shots. But you kill him, you look top mid. This guy just got OS, so wise to not try to finish him. Instead, you try to finish the guy he was going for. Unfortunately, yeah, it was a great grenade, but unfortunately, he was still too strong for the grenade to kill him, and all it did was weaken him for the OS guy. But anyways, smart to leave the OS guy. You know you're not going to kill him, so you redirect your attention. You're really good at checking your radar after you get a kill or after your engagement ends, and getting ready for that next guy. You do that all game long, and it helps you a lot. So you immediately target him. And shots were a little bit wonky there. I think connection played a little bit of a role in that. But what I'd like to see you do better in fights like that is work on your strafe there. Show a little bit more confident strafe, more lateral movement. Let's watch this one more time, and just focus only on your strafe right here. Okay, so this fight's coming up, and just watch your strafe. Yeah, I just want to see a little bit more controlled left and right, but not a set pattern, like an unpredictable left and right strafe. Okay, spawn top gold, no one on your radar. Guy across the way at purple, still no one on your radar. Trying to find someone. There's a guy top red. Start laying into him. Nice, get the double, nice pick. Luckily your connection held out right there, that was good. And you run into the base and you see this guy on radar, and that's why you stop sprinting. So you're totally ready for that fight. Now, this is one of the themes that I noticed in your gameplay. This is one of the major things. When your awareness with your radar is very good, but there are times where you'll be ready for a fight, but you just try to finish the entire fight with shots. I want to see you begin these fights with grenades. This is a perfect example of a time where you could have led this fight with a grenade and gotten a clean kill, probably kept most of your shield. So let's go back here. Let me show you what I mean. So you get the pick on the double kill. Now watch your radar. There's a good second here where you know this guy's coming. And so like he's already on your radar. I know that you see that. We're going to slow motion. And then now you're stopped. He has yet to come around the corner. I want to see you do a little bounce pass here with a grenade. Bounce it right there, right over top of the dead body, so that it air bursts in this guy's mouth right as he comes around the corner, and you'll kill him in one hit. So yeah, try to get that grenade out first next time. That's a theme in this gameplay. We'll see that a few more times. All right, no one on your radar when you spawn. Spawn blue. A guy going bottom gold. Good to not let that keep your attention for too long. That's not a kill you can finish. So you look elsewhere for kills. See the guy top purple. He airs out at you. Not a very good play on his part. And that stinks. You should have had that kill. It's not your fault. That's definitely your Austria showing. Luckily for you, he's not very smart. He keeps moving around the corner when he's weak, and your perfect grenade roasts him. And then immediately you check your radar after your kill, and you're immediately ready for this next guy. And you assume that he knows you're going to be there because of the grenade. Like, how does he not see that? So that's why you jump out like that. You just assume he's going to come around the corner looking for you. But his awareness is very poor. So he just runs out, ends up being an easy kill, doesn't even react to your melee. So that's going to be something that you're going to want to remember for the rest of the game. The guy, Mac Daddy 9625. Every time you see the guy in the green armor, you're gonna want to know, okay, I can challenge this guy. He's not very good. So that's one of the things in free-for-all. You want to remember people, whether they're good or bad, so that you know how to handle them the next time you see them. Okay, so you get that kill. You got another guy coming around the corner here. All right, nice double. And then immediately reacting on your radar for the next guy. Good grenade right there to prevent him from coming, and on the next guy, because you need to get your shields up. So good grenades to buy yourself some time. He ends up not coming, and you fall, and you got to work on this jump here. You got to be able to hit that on your first try. You missed that jump several times this game. But you jump back up. All right, so you win that fight. Again, I want to see a little bit more of a confident strafe, more lateral movement. You wait to jump till the last shot. I think you're jumping too early here. No, I guess your jump was all right there, but. Left and right strafes, staying on the ground until you absolutely have to jump. That's the most dangerous strafe. All right, so we got another guy coming up behind us here on radar, and you are no shield, and you need to reload. Let's see how you play this. And you jump back there. Okay, so you know you need to escape. You're totally right about that, but by far your best route to escape right here is front window. If this guy you're trying to elude is a better player, he kills you when you cross over flag. I would have liked to have seen you drop out front window and go under base to try to get your shield back, because let's see here. Yeah, he should be able to hit you in your head as he comes. He ran in for the melee because he's a dope, but if he's a better player, he hits you right in your head when you cross right there. Okay, so you cross underneath. And then he just immediately forgets about you. So clearly you're not playing a very good player right there. So you jump back in. He gives you his back and just forgets about you immediately. So again, push in to kill him. Running out of BR ammo here. Finish with the Magnum. All right, so every time you see Bobby Digital, the guy in the all-white armor from now on, you want to remember for the rest of this game, you can challenge him. He's not good. You want to remember who's good and bad. So you finish him, you're out of BR ammo completely, and you need to reload your Magnum. So that's why you're pushing over the dead body to try to get some BR ammo. But this guy at top gold is absolutely tracking your engagement. He knows you're there. He's going to fight you. So this is a really risky play. I might have tried to finish Bobby Digital from a distance with my Magnum and get my ammo elsewhere. I might have just stayed back around the corner and killed him from the cuts back here, just because this guy at top gold, if he's a better player, he just starts wailing on you right now as you push in to get this ammo. Luckily for you, he doesn't. He does land a great grenade though, and so you go underneath, and that grenade right there probably saves your life. The fact that you hit him with that grenade, otherwise he would have just pushed in and killed you. He probably still should be pushing in to kill you, but instead he grabs the needler. and he's trying to finish. Easily outsmarted. You're absolutely a step ahead of him there. So good shots. The Needler was a poor choice on his part. And then you immediately recognize the next threat. And let's just watch this play out in real time, because I think you do a really good job of this. You kill the guy. You process the next threat, where it's coming from, and you immediately decide if it's a good idea to fight him or if you need to run away. And that is a skill that, as all free-for-all players need to know. It's crucial that you master that skill. All right. So he jumps out, and you're still full shield. You react to the next guy, and you know immediately that you can win this fight. Great shots. Very impressive that you knew not to run away, and you beat him. All right, getting your shield back. You nade the corner spawn. You have very impressive spawn knowledge in free-for-all. You know that these corner spawns on the sides of the bases are really common spawn points, and that shows itself a few times this game. So you nade that, but there's no one coming around the corner, and then you go into top blue, and then he just spawned right there. In fact, let's show this just to prove the point here. So there's the grenade, and then yeah, he's in the act of spawning right there. So yeah, that just goes to show how common that is. So you go into top blue to try to finish him. He just spawns on your left. You react to it immediately and kill him, no problem. He, again, Mac Daddy, you knew, just fight him. Just challenge him when you see him, because he's not very good. All right, so you go for the next guy. He's coming. Nice. Luckily for you, he's weak. Good job to disengage from top purple. Great job staying alive and isolating out the guy at top purple so he couldn't kill you. That was a great play. So the guy at top purple is just standing there watching you get killed because you're isolating him out. Then you take cover in the corner. You see you're absolutely no shield, and you see this next guy coming. You throw the really good grenade right there to bank it off the wall, but this next play is questionable. Then you jump out to try to finish because you're really confident on that grenade. I guess you were kind of in the zone, kind of feeling it, and you really thought you'd be able to jump out and hit him on one shot. I would have not fully committed to that fight the way you did. Maybe throwing the grenade is great, but I would have probably tried to jump backwards over the wall and go into the basement right here, or just if you can just get over that wall, you're probably gonna stay alive. But yeah, he comes around the corner and kills you pretty effortlessly. Make it harder for him. All right, so you spawn right here. Probably a good idea to not put shots on that guy in his back, because he's gonna get away, and then you're gonna have to chase him, and it'll probably be a pretty difficult kill. And I think you scroll through your death screens when you die, and maybe you were scrolling through and you saw something that I didn't. Maybe there's a bigger fight somewhere else, or somebody's weak. I think you had a bigger goal in mind when you spawned, and that's why you're not distracted with stuff like that, and you went somewhere else. But then, yeah, you go top mid. Clearly you know something I don't. Like, this guy has railgun. Maybe you saw that on your death screen. You knew you wanted to engage him, which is a smart play. As the guy on the right has railgun, he just blasts the guy coming from the left, and then your timing with this is perfect. You come around the corner right after he shoots, and you know you're going to have several shots advantage on him. He barely gets around the corner, and a little bit of a mental game right here. You either he's going to sit behind the pillar and try to get his shields back, he's going to drop down and run away, or he's going to pop back out and try to fight you. My interpretation of this player is I think he's going to pop back out and try to fight me, because I feel like he's a decent player. He's got a confident shot, and he's got the power weapon, but he's no shield. So if I'm playing this, I'm thinking keep my crosshair right there around head level and just wait for him to pop out, because I'm pretty sure he's going to. But you get a little bit impatient here, and because he doesn't pop out right away, and you throw the grenade, and then he punishes you for it. So show a little bit more patience. Try to read his mind as a player a little better. It's very unlikely that he was going to keep standing behind that pillar and not pop out and try to kill you with that railgun. Okay, so you get the blue spawn. You got a guy on your left on radar right here, but you don't fight him. I know you saw that, but instead you went middle. Maybe you saw something when you were cycling through your death screens that I didn't, but I absolutely would have engaged that guy in the base. But so now you're in trouble because that guy was shooting you in the back. You got action on your right, on your radar right here. So you look that way to try to finish it. Unfortunately, you don't get Bobby, but you engage vice versa. And good job to zoom in on that fight. It's nice to see when players know, like they understand red reticle. Because if you didn't zoom in for that last shot, you would not have killed him. That red reticle makes a huge difference. Okay, so up next, trying to make this jump right here, and this is a nice jump. You do a spring jump. That's why you got the extra elevation right there. That's a technique I never bothered to master in Halo 4, but it really pays off for you right here. And you get the nice flank on PQIT, and just in time for the overshield. So that was a really, really nice, a really impressive play right there. Okay, so you got the overshield, and this is exactly what you want to do in free-for-all. You just pick a guy on your radar and you charge him. You force the engagement, and you get into that window where it's too far to melee, but it's too close to run away. So they're forced to shoot at you, and you pretty much can't lose. Perfectly played on him. Do the same thing to this guy. Unfortunately, he hits you with that grenade and a few shots. Getting shot at by a second guy, but the way you played the one guy was really good. Unfortunately, you're getting shot in the back, and so now you're in trouble. You weak shields, you need to reload, and look on your radar. You're pinched. You do need to get away. Your best escape route is front window right now. So let's see how you play it. Go front window. That's good. And I think the reason you didn't keep running, I think you thought those two guys on your radar were going to engage each other, and the guy behind you wouldn't chase you. But he does, and he gets the easy melee kill right there. Hard to critique that. It's a split-second thing. You were just hoping they would engage each other, and they wouldn't. But if you had known that guy was going to keep chasing you, maybe you could have went under the base, maybe put a grenade on him or something, or keep running, just make it harder for him. But, I mean, a split-second judgment call, there's not really much to critique there. I understand why you made that play. Okay, so you get to spawn right side blue. You see the guy, he's already weak, he's reloading. Good job to try to finish him. Unfortunately, he gets away, and then you get this new guy to deal with. You get him weak as well. And luckily you get that kill and the other guy. That could have been an annoying play if the guy on the floor had gotten the last shot on the second guy and then dipped under the base. So keep an eye out for that. Just think about how you might have handled that had it gone down that way. Because against better players, I could see that totally happening. Okay, so you got that guy gold, you're not tracking him. Now this, I'm thinking the exact same thing you are. There's nobody on your side of the map. It's a big game. I mean, it's very likely that somebody's going to spawn in one of these corners, and you're ready for that. I like your spawn awareness in free-for-all. Not everybody has that in free-for-all, because you have no teammates to help you with your process of elimination, but you knew something was about to happen over here. So you put the grenade out. The grenade is a good idea, it was just poorly executed. And then I don't like this play. And that's why. So let's look at this one more time. In fact, I'm going to back it up just so you can kind of see the lead up here. Okay. Guy at gold runs away. Nothing on your radar, nothing on your side of the map. Everything is on the other side of the map. So you can expect somebody to spawn right here. He does. He spawns right there. And then there's two guys on your radar. Your grenade is a good idea. You should expect these two guys on your radar to engage each other and continue to move towards each other. You still have one more grenade. So I would bank your second grenade off the floor and try to time it so that you hit them when these two players collide. But instead, you push the guy on the left and you give the guy on your right your back, and you set the guy up. You set the guy on the right up for a double kill. If you show a little bit more patience there, you get the double kill when those two guys engage each other. Spawn at gold, guy on your radar. You go blue. Now that's kind of this is kind of how I knew that you cycle through your death screens when you're dead. You found the idle guy, you knew he was at blue, and you go right for him, like you already knew he was there. So excellent awareness. And then you got another guy coming up, back blue ramp. Good idea with the grenade, but again, poor execution. What I want to see you do right here is bank the grenade like right here. You want to bank it so that it settles right at the corner right here. You don't want the grenade to settle over here or right in plain view, because he'll see it and he'll back up. You want to put it right on the corner so he doesn't see it and he just comes around the corner and eats it. But good idea to put the grenade out, and it just wasn't aimed very well. And then good idea to try to charge him to try to finish. And just a really, really sloppy fight. I want to see you use the wall right here. And I want to see you use the wall right here and just peek shot. Real easy. Because his only play at that point is to either run away, which you'll be able to react to with plenty of time, or to charge you and try to melee. But you're up shots and you're going to win that fight. So just next time, just use the wall. If he tries to throw a grenade, then you just push him and you get a melee. You pretty much can't lose if you just peek shot right there. Okay, so no shield. This guy's coming up on your left. You're still no shield, so this is dangerous. If he flies around this corner, you're in trouble. Yeah, so good call to disengage right there because you were still weak. If you were stronger, or you could have banked the grenade off the floor for him and try to airburst her right here, and you might have gotten the kill even though you were weak, but probably a safer play to dip out. And then you see these other two guys on your radar. This is a super risky play. Now look at the score, 23-23. Both of you need 2 kills. The guy above you with railgun, that's the guy you're tied with, and he's tracking you. So, like, if this is me playing, I'm gonna keep playing off the guy right here just because I know he's tracking me. But you go for this. You see these other 2 guys, and you go for him, possibly knowing that you can end the game right here. Very, very risky play, but it works out for you, especially getting last shot. Super, super lucky to get last shot on that guy. But ballsy play, and it totally pays off. You end up winning 25-23. So really, really solid finish. It probably worked out better the way you played it than the way I would have played it. But you should know that that's a very risky play, and it's not always going to go down that way. So you get the nice first place finish there. Really, really solid gameplay, Aimless. But what I want to see going forward, I want to see you make better use out of your grenades there. Lead your fights with grenades more often. Like when you're expecting a guy to come around the corner and you're ready for him. I want to see you have better grenades in place. Also, during your fights, I want to see you step your strafe up a little bit. Keep it left to right. Wait to jump until the very last moment, and your left to right movement, make sure it's unpredictable. No backing up. That shows passive body language. The guy, if you're fighting a guy and he sees you back up, he will subconsciously interpret that as weakness. He will get more confident. He will shoot better. And also, when you're backing up, you're not going left to right as quickly, so you're easier to hit. All of that is bad in a fight. Keep your strafe left to right, maybe even a little bit forward if you know you're going to kill him, because you want that strafe to be fast, hard to hit, and you want to show confidence and dominance in your fights so that the guy is scared of you the next time he sees you. That is a huge, the psychology part of it is huge. And if you back up, you ruin that. Lastly, the thing I want to see you work on is your patience. There was a few times that game where you were impatient and it cost you a kill. The one time top mid, when he popped out to railgun you, that was a good example. The one time on left side blue where you could have waited, but you charged the guy who had just spawned. It ended up, you got nothing when you could have got a double. And then when you were no shield on the base and you put that really good grenade out and you tried to jump out to get the kill, those are all times where impatience costs you. So I'd like to see you incorporate a little more patience into your gameplay. But as for your positives, which I'm sure you're aware, your shot is very deadly. Uh, you're very good in combat. Very, very dangerous player. Um, what I want to see you do is incorporate some other things that will help you retain that deadliness because you're playing from Austria, you're playing overseas. That deadliness is going to fluctuate game to game because your shots aren't always going to register very well. So you need to have sound tactics that aren't so reliant on just your shooting. Your awareness was very good. It was very impressive at particular parts of the game. When you hit that spring jump to flank your rival and get that OS, that was awesome. Because you're not only did you hit a nice jump and you had a nice flank, but you were also right on top of that OS spawn. So really, really clutch play. Your spawn knowledge in free for all was totally on point that game. And your death screen. I could tell you were cycling through your death screen, which is a really, really good habit in free for all. Only in free for all. Don't do it in team games. You screw your team because you need that kind of surveillance camera for your team. But in free for all, yeah, you totally want to be doing that. So nice work on that. And the last positive that I really noticed, the last good theme from your gameplay, you had pretty good escaping. When you started getting shot, you did a really good job of breaking line of sight, isolating out guys, and continuing to work on different kills after you had isolated out the threat. With one exception, you chose good routes to escape when you were in trouble. So yeah, that was pretty impressive. Overall, really nice gameplay, Aimless. Even if I wasn't talking, people could still learn something from just watching you play. So thank you for submitting it. Now, if you're viewing this and you want to know how you can submit a gameplay and have me critique it, you can send me a gameplay by sending me a message on Xbox Live. My gamer tag is Hardway, HARD space VVAY. And send me a message, let me know you have a gameplay, let me know what Halo it is, Halo 3, Reach, or 4. Put it in your file share and label it for me, label it Hardway or something so that I know it's for me. And I'll watch it and I'll put it up for you. Send me a good gameplay. Don't send me something like 1v4 or 2v4. Or don't send me a perfection against kids that are running in straight lines and don't know how to play. That's garbage. Send me something where there's actually decisions that can be critiqued. Send me an average gameplay that you can learn from. But if you did learn from this gameplay, if you found this helpful, let me know. Help me increase my exposure a little bit. Give me a like and a subscribe. Tell your friends about this. Coming up here in November, there's going to be a lot of players possibly coming from Call of Duty. You know, maybe Call of Duty is the only shooter they've ever played, and they come into Halo. In my opinion, Halo is a much harder game, much more decision intensive, and they might struggle. So if you got some friends that are trying to get into Halo and get a little bit better, send them my way. I can help them. I love helping players learn how to play this game that I love. So yeah, just let your friends know about me. I appreciate you watching, guys. Thank you very much. Aimless, thanks for the gameplay, and I'll see you next time.